that house and
Yeah,
got socks.
that's
so
right. A lot
that's the
of
least of my worries.
I know a lot of employees here at ABC
We had a number of
13
people.
were also affected by this. We want to go back to Jeff Ealing, who's there in the Baytown area. Jeff, what can you tell us right now? We can still actually, I believe that is Jeff's shot there next to us. So Jeff, you can hear us, so we'll take you here.
Oh yeah. You see that little boy that was just up just a moment ago? He gave us a big smile and a wave as his father puts him on his shoulder and finally gets him out of that flood water that was in the back of the neighborhood. The truck came up to a place that was about knee deep, and now these folks can walk and get to a waiting vehicle for them to go ahead and get on out of here. They're not staying in a shelter. They're going to stay with family and friends. They've got a place to go, and really that's the spirit that we've seen a lot, not just in Baytown, but all over the place, where people will show up just to help their neighbor, get them out of a situation where they might be in danger or may just be incredibly uncomfortable as far as going forward, living in their an apartment that may be on the second floor, or a house that maybe have an inch of water. Folks showing up with their pickup truck, loading up their neighbors, their friends, their family members, and saying, "No, you're not staying in the shelter. You're coming with me." And obviously, that's what's going on in this. That's what they said in the back of the truck, that they were going to go with a friend. And fire department, I think they're going to go ahead and take the
I'm videoing it
here back to the shelter, since she didn't have anyone who was sitting here waiting for her to get her out of here. And that's one of the other things we've seen too, is people will be rescued and they'll be taken to the high ground, but then they sit there. I think Ted Ober was talking about that, where there were hundreds of people underneath the overpass over at C.E. King and the Beltway. That flotilla of volunteers that we saw on TV was just an incredible visual image, to see all of those boats in the water and those big bulldozers and the mining trucks that were out there, the dump trucks rather, that were out there getting those people 50 at a time out to that neighborhood. Well, once you get to the dry spot, where are you going to go next? And so that family has a place to go. There's a truck that's come to pick them up and take them away, but there was a woman who we saw get loaded into the back of this truck, and she said she was at least going to stay temporarily at the shelter, so she's still in the back of the big truck. And now here it goes. Maybe you're going to probably get up there, turn around, or get to the street might be able to, I think it goes out back to Texas Avenue through a different way. And kind of a thumbs up to those guys. They did a great job, and they'll probably be pressed into service more and more throughout the day if Cedar Bayou continues to just overtop its banks and continue to rise.
Jeff Ealing in Baytown this morning, and it is the same in Mont Belvieu on the other side of Cedar Bayou, both affected by the flooding in that watershed on Cedar Bayou this morning. So we have a lot more people who are going to end up at shelters all across our viewing area. That's to the east end and to the west end, as we said before, up in Cypher. They're making water rescues.
And let's go now to the Georgia